PANDA Series 33680S to 6000S Residential Single-Phase Energy Storage System Installation Video. Chapter 1. System Introduction. Today, we introduce the installation of a PANDA series of Sonergy. The core part of the whole system is the Venus single-phase hybrid inverter and the limestone battery system. Venus single-phase hybrid inverter series models include the following: Limestone lithium iron phosphate battery has a capacity of 5.12 kWh per battery module, a usable capacity of 4.6 kilowatts, and supports 1 to 6 parallel expansions, covering 5.12 kWh to 30.72 kWh. Chapter 2. Inverter Unpacking Inspection. Before unpacking, you need to prepare in advance wire stripper, electric drill, screwdriver, electrician knife, terminal pliers, diagonal pliers, multimeter, horizontal ruler, heat shrinkable sleeve, safety gloves, etc. When unpackaging the inverter box, please refer to the inverter accessories list to check if there is any damage or missing items. The products and accessories are as follows: Venus single hybrid inverter, photovoltaic connector, AC grid connected connector, AC off-grid connector, battery connection cable, CT, wall mount, COM connector, data collector, expansion tube, self-tapping screw, stainless steel combination screw, PV removal tool, quick installation guide. The appearance and interface of the inverter are displayed as follows: front panel, indicator light, display screen, buttons, radiator, inductance module, ground point, energy storage terminal, BAT positive, BAT and negative, DC switch, PV switch, DC input terminal, PV1, PV2, communication interface, COM, collector interface, Wi-Fi 4G, grid connected output terminal, on-grid, off-grid output terminal, backup. Chapter 3. Inverter Installation. The wall on which the inverter is installed must be strong enough to withstand this weight for a long time, and the inverter must be installed at eye level to facilitate reading by the LED display and facilitate future maintenance work. The device is IP66 rated and can be installed both indoors and outdoors. The installation environments need avoid to expose inverter to the sun, rain, and the snow. In order to ensure the normal operation of the machine and easy to operate, please provide enough installation space. Recommended inverter installation angle: vertical or backward, no greater than 15 degrees. Do not use the inverter upside down, tilt forward, tilt backward beyond the angle, and install horizontally. First, place the wall bracket horizontally on the wall and mark the corresponding points through holes. Second, drill 4 holes at these points and drill using a percussion drill with a drill bit diameter of 10 mm, 0.39 inch, ensuring that the hole is about 18 mm, 3.15 inch deep. Using expansion screws, secure the inverter backplane bracket to the wall. Hang the inverter on the bracket. Finally, fix the bracket, inverter, battery to ensure stable installation. The following is the effect of the inverter after installation. Chapter 4. Inverter Connection. Inverter connection cable preparation. The first step is to wear insulating gloves and make ground wires. Please refer to the label to make the appropriate length of cable connector. And connect with the inverter. Step 2. Make and install AC terminals. Unscrew the AC grid-tied connectors in turn. Follow the labels to make cable connectors of the appropriate length. Route the cables through sequentially. Confirming the L, N, and PE ports of the connector. Insert the cable according to the polarity indicated on the connector. Tighten the screws. Plug the off-grid AC output terminal into the inverter backup interface. Plug the grid-connected AC output terminal into the inverter on-grid interface and tighten the threaded sleeve. The third step is to install the data collector. The fourth step is to make the communication terminal. The communication terminal has 16 ports, as shown in the figure. The left side is the terminal connecting the battery. On the right is the port connected to the inverter. Connect the blue to 4-pin, blue and white to 3-pin, brown and white to 11-pin, and brown to 12-pin. First, the communication line and the CT line are passed through the threaded sleeve at the same time. Communication line production. Among the 8 wires of the network cable, select the 4 wires of blue, blue and white, brown, brown and white colors, and make a cable connector of appropriate length according to the label. CT line production. Connect the CT line with the inverter communication terminal. Connect the red harness of the CT line to the 9-pin and the black harness to the 10-pin. If you have an electricity meter, connect it according to the quick installation manual. Connect the manufactured communication terminal with the inverter communication port. The fifth step is to make and install PV DC terminals. Unscrew the PV connectors, PV positive, PV negative, sequentially. Follow the labels to make label connectors of the appropriate length. Connect the positive metal terminal to the positive cable and press the terminal with the crimping pliers. The negative electrode does the same. Pay attention to distinguish between positive and negative metal terminals. Use multimeter to check whether the positive and negative poles of PV are correct. Connect the PV DC input line to the inverter and hear a click sound, indicating that it is clicked into place. The sixth step is to make a connection energy storage terminal. Follow the labels to make cable connectors of the appropriate length. Connect the inverter and battery positive and negative cables. The overall connection of the inverter has been completed. Step 7. Check the inverter before powering on. Chapter 5. Unpacking of the central control box and battery pack. When unpacking, please refer to battery accessories list to check whether there is any damage or missing items. The products and accessories are as follows: battery pack, expansion tube, self-tapping screw, communication line, power cord, grounding wire, base, battery box connector, wall-mounted connector, stainless steel combination screw, etc. Chapter 6. Installation of energy storage systems. First, select the appropriate installation location and mark the corresponding points. Second, holes are drilled at these points using an impact drill with a drill bit diameter of 10 mm, 0.39 inches. Ensuring that the hole is approximately 80 mm, 3.15 inch deep. Secure the battery holder to the ground. Stack the battery sequentially and install the central control box. The battery pack and central control box are fixed in turn to ensure stable installation. Finally, fix the battery to the wall. Chapter 7. Battery wiring. Battery installation cable preparation. Install the internal grounding wire of the energy storage system. Connect the power cord inside the energy storage system. Positive pole to positive pole, negative pole to negative pole. Install the internal communication line of the energy storage system. The power cord of the energy storage system is connected to the internal module. Cascade of energy storage systems. Cascade energy storage system power line connection. Cascade energy storage system communication line connection. Check the energy storage system before power on. Chapter 8. Inverter and energy storage system wiring connection. Cable preparation for connecting inverter and energy storage system. Please reconfirm the protective ground cable connections for the inverter and the battery system respectively. Connect the power cord between the inverter and the central control box of the battery system. Connect the communication line between the inverter and the central control box of the battery system. Chapter 9. Power on and turn on the machine. Before closing the AC switch between the inverter and the grid, please measure whether the AC voltage is within the allowable range by using multimeter. Before turn on the PV switch, please measure whether the DC voltage of PV module is within the allowable range by using multimeter. And let's start to power on the device now. Step 1. Turn on the main switch. The second step is to turn on the battery switch. In the third step, turn on the DC switch of the inverter. Chapter 10. Inverter status description. Check the full indicator lights of the data collector. The network has been configured normally if all indicator lights are all on. Observe the status of the COM port on the right side of the LCD screen icon. COM1. CAN communication. 485 communication or normal. COM2. Only CAN communication is normal. COM error. Only 485 communication is normal. COM is not displayed. Both CAN communication and 485 communication are not normal. Chapter 11. App configuration. Search for Zonergy in the App Store, download the Zonergy app and install it. On the homepage of the Zonergy app, click Register to enter the registration page. Fill in the corresponding information to register. Turn on the Bluetooth of your smartphone and click Smart Config on the login page. On the network configuration page, find the inverter to be networked. Select your Wi-Fi and enter the Wi-Fi password. On the app homepage, click Add to add a power station. On the homepage of the app, click the icon in the upper right corner. Click Add Device and enter the device serial number to add the inverter device to the power station. After adding, you can view the data of the device in the app to facilitate the management of your device.